Welcome to the chapter Files and Windows. In this lesson, you will learn about the types of icons on a computer. You will also learn about the file types and file extensions. Finally, you will see how to work with a window and manage multiple windows. To start, click the Next button. An icon is a pictogram with a name representing an element. Folders, files, software, shortcuts. Double-clicking on an icon will launch an action such as opening the file, launching a software, displaying a content. There are 4 main families of icons. Click on each icon to learn more. A folder has exactly the same function as in the real world, to store files and other information. Folders are usually represented in yellow on Windows, have a name, and can contain an infinite amount of data. You can create as many folders as you like. The storage and organization of your files is the subject of the next lesson. A file is a record of computer data stored on your computer. It can represent music, a movie, a text document, a table. Just as words can be written to paper, so data can be written to a computer file. Windows will automatically display an icon according to the type of file it represents, i.e., all music will have the same pictogram, all text documents another pictogram, and so on. A software program is used to create a file. For example, to create a word processing file, you might use the software program Microsoft Word. Software can be downloaded from the Internet. Some software is free, and others you have to pay for. A shortcut is an icon that points to a program or data file. Shortcuts can be placed on the desktop or stored in other folders, and clicking a shortcut is the same as clicking the original file. However, deleting a shortcut does not remove the original file. Shortcuts are easy to recognize. They always have a little arrow in a square at the bottom left of the icon. A computer file is a computer resource for recording data in a computer storage device, identified by its file name and its extension. A file extension is a 3- or 4-letter identifier found at the end of a file name and following a period. These extensions tell you about the characteristics of a file and its use. File extensions are used by the operating system to identify what apps are associated with what file types. In other words, what app opens when you double-click the file. For example, the .doc extension tells your computer that Microsoft Word can open the file and to display a Word icon when you view it in File Explorer. Click Next to discover the most common file extensions. There are different categories of file types and extensions. The first category is for text files. Doc stands for document. This format is used mostly by the Microsoft Word application. Newer versions of Microsoft Word default to the .docx file extension. PDF is short for Portable Document Format. It's a file format developed by Adobe. It is useful because it allows the document to be viewed and printed the same way on any device. TXT stands for text and is a standard text document which consists of unformatted text that is readable by any text editor or word processing program. PPT stands for PowerPoint. This file format or extension is used with Microsoft PowerPoint, which is a multimedia application used for creating slides for a presentation. XLS is the default format for saving a Microsoft Excel workbook. It is used to create a spreadsheet, i.e., a file composed of rows and columns to efficiently organize data and calculate numerical data. The second category is image files. JPEG or JPEG, short for Joint Photographic Experts Group, is a digital image compression format and one of the most popular image types shown on the Internet and used with digital cameras. PNG stands for Portable Network Graphics. This format is used for storing web graphics, but takes up more disk space than JPEG files. GIF or GIF stands for Graphical Interchange File. GIF images can be animated, which are often used to display basic animation on websites. The third category is audio files. MP3 is commonly used to store audio files on computers or portable media players. It is a compressed audio format and takes up less space on the hard disk. Songs and audiobooks are mostly in MP3 format. WAV or WAV, short for Waveform Audio File format. It's a standard digital audio file format utilized for storing waveform data. The fourth category is video files. MP4 is a video file format which is commonly used for sharing video files over the Internet. Audiobooks and podcasts often use the MP4 format. AVI, short for Audio-Video Interleave, is a standard file format used for video files under Microsoft Windows. An AVI file can be opened in most media players and video editors. And the last category is program files. An EXE or EXE file is an executable program you can run in Microsoft Windows. Most EXE files contain either Windows applications or application installers. An MSI file is a Windows package that contains installation information for a particular installation. It may be used for Windows updates or third-party software installers. Knowledge check. Practical exercises. Whenever you open a file, folder or application, it will appear in a new window, which is used to display its content. A user interface element. Click on that contains selectable to discover the Windows interface for a specific program, such as File, Edit, Format, etc. Title bar displays the name of the document and program. Minimize, Maximize and Close buttons hide the window, enlarge it to fill the whole screen, and close it, respectively. Scroll bar allows you to scroll the content of the window to see information that is currently out of view. Borders and corners allow you to drag the windows using the mouse pointer and change the size of the window. You'll see the same 3 buttons in the upper right corner of every window. Click the Minimize button to hide the window. The window will be minimized to the taskbar. You can then click the icon for that window on the taskbar to make it reappear. Click the Maximize button to make the window fill the entire screen. If the screen is maximized, the Maximize button will be temporarily replaced by the Restore button. Just click it to return the window to its original size. Click the Close button to close the window. To summarize the action of the 3 buttons, you can minimize the windows to the taskbar. You can display full screen with the Maximize button. You can restore to the original size, and finally, you can close the window. It is possible to resize a window if it is not in full screen. To do this, you have to move the cursor either to an edge of the window or to a corner. When you are in the right place, the cursor changes its appearance and becomes a double arrow. Then you just have to click and hold the click while moving the mouse in the desired direction. Release the mouse to apply. You can move a window to place it where you want. To do this, click and drag the top of the window to move it to the desired location on the screen. When you're done, release the mouse. The window will appear in the new location. You can also move the window to the top of the screen. In this case, the window will automatically be set to full screen. Conversely, click and drag the top of the window down to reduce the size and move the window. Of course, it is possible to open multiple windows at the same time. When an application is already open, you can simply click on the icon of another application from the toolbar or the Start menu to open it. From the taskbar, you will be able to switch from one application to another easily. If you have a lot of windows open at the same time, and you want to show the desktop to open another application, for example, there is a faster way than minimizing all windows one by one. Move your mouse cursor to the right side of the Date and Time area, and you can see a thin line. You can click it to minimize all the windows at the same time. You can also show the desktop at any time by pressing the Windows key and D. When many windows are open, you can see the task switcher, i.e. thumbnails of all running apps. To do this, press and hold the Alt key on your keyboard, then press the Tab key. Continue pressing the Tab key until the desired window is selected. Also, if you press these keys and release them quickly, you get directly switched to the last app, thus allowing you to quick jump from active to last active app, and vice versa. The Task View feature is similar to the Task Switcher, but it works a bit differently. To open the task view, click the Task View button on the taskbar. Alternatively, you can press Windows key and Tab on your keyboard. All your open windows will appear, and you can click to choose any window you want. Snap. Snap Layout is useful when you need to work on several windows at the same time. On one of the open windows, hover over the Maximize button. Select one of the 6 available layouts by choosing where you want to snap the first window. Select from the preview the next app you want to snap. Continue snapping windows depending on the layout you selected. In our example, we now have the 2 windows displayed side by side on the screen. Knowledge check. Practical exercises. Managing multiple windows. Start by opening the Word document on the desktop. The Word document is opened with the Microsoft Word application. Click on the button to display the window in full screen. The window is now in full screen. Click on the button to minimize the window and see the desktop. You are back on the desktop. Now open the PowerPoint file. The PowerPoint file is now open. Click on the Word icon in the taskbar to display it. You have switched from PowerPoint to Word. Now click on the button to close the Word application. The PowerPoint document is always open and displayed on the screen. Click on the button to close the app. Congratulations! You have successfully completed this exercise. End of the chapter. Well done! You have completed the lesson Files and Windows. In this lesson, you learnt about the types of icons on a computer. You also learnt about the file types and file extension. Finally, you saw how to work with a window and manage multiple windows.